Donald Trump has finally decided on who the next chief of staff for his administration is going to be, and it's none other than Mick Mulvaney from the Office of Management and Budget, as well as the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. I guess after destroying both of those agencies, Donald Trump decided that was the guy for his administration. And it actually gets worse, because Mulvaney is not just the kind of guy who enacted his corporate policies over at the CFPB. He also, back in 2016, while he was running for Congress, called Donald Trump a terrible human being. Here is the exact quote. This is from a campaign debate in 2016 where Mulvaney was running for Congress, and he said the following. He said, "Yes, I'm supporting Donald Trump. I'm doing so as enthusiastically as I can, given the fact that I think he's a terrible human being, but the choice on the other side is just as bad." So Trump told us a few days ago, actually, that people were just lining up out the door to be his next chief of staff. He said there were tons of people, at least 10. It's actually what he said, at least 10 people. But we know from reports that so far everyone that he had asked turned him down. They didn't want the job. That includes Nick Ayers, Steve Mnuchin, all kinds of other people from this administration said, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. So really, contrary to what the president was telling us, nobody was lining up to take this job because nobody wanted it, except, I guess, for Mick Mulvaney. And again, the best person Donald Trump could find for this job is a guy who thinks that he is a terrible human being. Here's the thing about Mulvaney, though. Mulvaney is a hardcore, regular style Republican. You know, he's not as brash as Donald Trump, but he is 100% a corporatist. He's the kind of guy that's going to do what corporations want him to do. He did that when he was in Congress. He did it at the CFPB. He's going to do it for the Trump administration, which could create a little bit more goodwill between corporate America and the Trump administration, as if they actually needed any of that. But in terms of actual policy, in terms of advising, foreign policy matters, Mulvaney is going to be a complete disaster. He is going to be a spineless yes man for the president, and we're going to see a lot more horrible policies, probably more horrible tweets coming out of Donald Trump, because Mulvaney is not a stand-up guy. He's not the guy to go to Donald Trump and say, no, you are wrong about this. We can't do this. Let me explain it to you. Instead, Mulvaney is going to say, you know what? Yeah, you're right. That's good. Let's do that. Mulvaney is going to be an absolute disaster. But as long as he continues to not stand up to the president and blanketly tell him that everything he does is wonderful, then I think he's going to have a very long tenure as the chief of staff. One of our video sponsors today is Privacy.com. Let me tell you a little bit about what Privacy.com does. You can go online, you set up an account, and once you set up that account and you link it to your debit card or credit card or bank account information, Privacy.com will then generate automated, unique debit card numbers for you to use for your online purchases. Let me show you how easy this actually is. First, go online, privacy.com/ROF. I've already created my wallet here, and see, I've got a customized debit card number. The number, the expiration date, CVV, everything. We go to Amazon. I've already put this in as my debit card number. Got my items in my cart right here. Place order, done. And see, as you'll notice, we just showed you that debit card number, and yet I have absolutely nothing to worry about. Why? Because that debit card number no longer exists. That's one of the greatest things about Privacy.com. You can create customized debit card numbers. You can set your spending limits, you can delete them, you can change them, you can do whatever you want with them to make sure that if somebody gets their hands on it, there is nothing they can do with it. It's security in an insecure cyber landscape. You can also download the browser extension. Sometimes when you go to check out on certain sites, you will see this little browser extension show up on there. That is also very helpful. For me, I'm more traditional. I like having the actual debit card number, so that's why I put that in there. But hundreds of millions of people across this country have had their personal data leaked by online companies within the last year or two. Privacy.com gives you a little bit of peace of mind. It helps you to know that your bank account information is secure. And worst case scenario, that card number I showed you does get used by someone else. It's not going to pull any money out of my account, and it's going to come back showing that that number is no longer valid. These are temporary cards. You can delete them. You can create new ones as many times as you want. You can sign up for Privacy.com by using our customized Ring of Fire URL, privacy.com/ROF. This is a product, a service that I highly recommend, and it is something that I now use every single day.